No, I think we want a few words.
Yeah.
Kids set it up.
What the hell? Let's give him the day off.
Well, I mean, from a program building standpoint, Coach, does that streak, ending that streak, mean anything to you?
Well, you know what? I've been responsible for 5 years of it. You know, some of these players have been responsible for 6 weeks of it. But it's nice to have it over because I found more people talked about it than we did. But it's nice to have that behind us. It's nice not to worry about it. I think, and I've always believed since we got here, we're in the process of building a real fine program. And I think, you know, that was a win over a Big Ten opponent. I know that's the first time in my 5th season here that we've been able to go into a BCS conference and come out with a win. So I'm excited. I think it does show that we are building and getting better, and that the kids believe, because that was a hard-fought football game. And I think, too, if we continue to eliminate mistakes and play hard, that we'll continue to prove we're a pretty good football team.
And you've talked in the past, it's not just enough anymore to be competitive with these schools. You've got to beat them.
Well, I tell you, you know what's amazing? Winning in college football, that's hard to do. I mean, it really is. Your margin of error, offensively and defensively and special teams, is so slim. And we made some errors today and still are getting out of here with a win, you know. We made some errors last week that cost us a win. But bottom line, your goal has to be to improve every time you take the field, be it through practice, be it through games. And I think we're a much better football team game week 2 than we were game week 1. Still making mistakes. You know, we had the attempted muff punt where we tried to get it. No, I'm kidding. But, you know, I don't think Bryce should do that, you know, ever again. He's a coachable kid. He's a fast learner. He averaged 38 yards punt return in high school. You know, he's going to be solid there. You know, I think Taylor McCart, I believe this was his 6th collegiate start, you know. Chase and just continued to improve his entire career. I think that's what you'll see Taylor McCart follow those same footsteps.
Were you uneasy on the sideline? Because to Scott's point, or Justin's point, you kept giving them the ball in really good field position. Right. Your defense kept holding, but it seemed like it was only a matter of time before you.
Well, I mean, the defense only gave up really the field goal in the second half. The other 2 was safety. I thought that was, you know, it says volumes about how hard our defensive coaches are and the scheme they had and how hard our players are playing. But, yeah, I mean, it's such a game of field position. And, you know, really they're a very solid football team. And, you know, they have the great kicker. And, you know, we just, you know, MK, I'll be honest, that was the whole sidelines. This was a hard-fought football game by both staffs, by both teams, and for it to end the way that it did, to see our Rice Owls just refuse to quit and to rise up. And, you know, I couldn't, to be honest, I couldn't figure out at the end of the game who had it, because there were so many blue jerseys on that side of the line of scrimmage. You know, I wasn't sure if it wasn't Scott Solomon or Justin Allen. I couldn't get anybody to talk to me, nor could I talk for about a minute and a half after that football game. So I didn't really find out till the end it was Justin. But anyway, I think you know, today we made some big plays when we needed to. We still need to, you know, take care of the football. We had 1 turnover today. We had some stupid penalties that we got to eliminate. And as you know, we're going into a get better week, and that's got to be point of emphasis. You know, I think what we're doing better than we have in the past too, when things do go wrong, we're relying more on our fundamental teachings, and so you don't see the, you know, what do we do next? They know to go back to fundamentals. They've been in the scheme a long time, offensively, defensively, and special teams. But Cal Martin, too, for a walk off here and had a great day today. Last punt could have been better, but he really swung the field for us a couple times today.
We were asking Justin about this, and you're a coach, so I'll ask you. Clearly, you work on getting on the field quickly, getting your field goal team ready. How desirable is that in that situation? Because it seems like it leads your team in a position to where a mistake can be catastrophic.
Well, it's, you know, it is something you work. You work 10-second field goal every day, and you know, we call them toros and bow and arrows, and you work on when your offense has to, the substitutes, how you get on the field. And that's why we call them bow and arrows. You got to get out of each other's way, and you work with the ball plus 20 and negative 20 because it changes your angles, how you get on the field. So you work it. It's not desirable, but it's something you have to have the ability to do when you don't have a timeout, so you don't have a down.
So based on that, were you surprised they didn't go for it on the third down and not put themselves in positions where they're having a rush?
It was a great football game, and it's, and just hindsight, I don't know what's happening on their sidelines, and they don't know what's happening on mine.
Dave, just going into the bye week, can you size up things? What do you? Obviously the defense has really performed, but what do you do this week going ahead with Baylor still?
Well, what we'll do. Seriously, Monday. This is a long season. We got, a guaranteed 10 games left. First, we're going to be smart. Monday, we're going to watch this video, take what we did really well and get better at it, take what we didn't do well and get better at that, and it's going to be nothing but a big mental film day. Tuesday, we're just going to work on our base fundamentals of offense, defense, and special teams. Wednesday, we're going to introduce Baylor to them so we can get the extra work on Baylor, but foremost we're going to get their bodies healthy. We're going to get the bumps and bruises healed because we don't have any more get better weeks after this one, so we're going to really take advantage of it.
You guys have come taking huge strides defensively after 4 years of really struggling. How do you continue to build the momentum off of what you've seen these first 2 weeks?
What I think a lot of it is, though, MK, is we've done the same thing, and you got kids in a system, and it's not a defense of the week. And I think that's what will lead to us playing great football around here, is because you can look at people that have gone to a 3-4 that were 4-2 and they weren't any better than their numbers. It's about recruiting hard, it's about coaching hard, it's about educating your team offensively, what to do so they can play fast, I think. And once again, we have a large, class of juniors and seniors in here. I think that's what helping us is that we do what we do, and we're getting where we do what we do really fast.
So, Coach, Cameron, who also played really well today, just talk about his development from a true freshman.
He's just been, the last 2 weeks, he's been amazing. He cut about 15 pounds this summer prior to camp, and it's really increased his speed. Where he's a sideline-to-sideline football player. And he has the hardest hitting hips where he needs no room to wind up. He's just got an innate ability to hit you hard even when it doesn't look like he is. And it's hard to describe how hard that young man strikes a blow. I guess I'd have to equate it to a shark's jaw coming down on the arm. His per square he's incredible, but he's also a student of the game. And in his spare time, when he's not studying on campus, he's over here studying football, and I think that's allowed him to play fast also.
You kind of talked about you're going to be still things to work on. The offense, that last drive of the first half, that first drive of the second half, that's what you want an offense to look like. Then they still have a bit of a consistency problem.
We do, and that's what we have to work for. There's no such thing as every little thing in football is a big thing. And it's going to show up at your least inopportune time. Even you get a receiver flinching. Mm-hmm. You're in your two. You're not even looking at the. You're not even supposed to look at the ball. But there's little things like that we got to work out. And like I said, going into this year, we're talented, we're smart, we got good character. We'll improve. And our goal, each and every week is to be 1-0. We don't want to look into the future, and we got to get better every day. Thanks, guys.